host Mark White interviewed former Conservative Home Office Minister Tom Pursglove about the 40% surge in crossings and violence erupting in French migrant camps. Starmer has now admitted the situation is deteriorating as gangs use new tactics to evade French authorities. Like and subscribe for more breaking UK immigration news, and leave your thoughts in the comments below.
Shift in tone from Starmer suggests that we're going to see him tackling this crisis in a different way.
I'm not so sure, no, but I think it's a statement of the bleeding obvious. How long can he keep going on and saying we're tackling the gangs, we're smashing the gangs, when it demonstrably it's not happening? We're 40% ahead of where we were at this time last year. We want to show you some images actually that we've obtained just the last few days that show boats in the French authorities in the Channel attempting, it seems maybe to start pushing back the migrants. So you're looking out there into the channels, a migrant boat there, and there's a rib from the French authorities coming very close to it. Now they do this on occasions as well to offer help and assistance if the boats are too full and people get into difficulties. But that one appears to be circling, which is part of the tactic to kind of produce waves to help push the boats back.
What are we
on
watching
shore.
This on, Mark? Sorry to interrupt you, but is this on somebody's TikTok feed?
Yeah, exactly. You're heading towards France, you want a boat, they get in contact with you, you communicate, and then eventually they get you on a boat. I just wanted to mention, because we haven't done that just before you wrap me up, very, very worrying situation now developing in the camps across northern France. It's always been pretty dodgy in those camps anyway, but in the last week we've seen extreme violence as we've got inter-gang warfare that's breaking out between mainly Kurdish gangs and Africans who are not paying the money to get on the boats. There were shootings on Saturday, multiple people shot, shootings on Sunday, multiple people fatally shot, hammer attacks, stabbings. Yesterday in a boat, 3 people with stab injuries.
We want to bring in, we've got in the studio with us former Conservative Home Office Minister Tom Pursglove. Tom, good to see you.
Thank you.
I mean, we think it was bad when you lot were in power, but it's even worse now. What are your thoughts when you're hearing Mark's analysis of this diabolical situation?
It's terrible and it's completely intolerable, and the government have lost the public, because what we've got is a situation that is completely out of control. Crossing numbers are up by over 40%. The fact that you've had over 2,000 arrivals in the space of a week is a damning indictment on the government's policy. I would accept that we didn't get everything right in government, but I do believe that there was some foundations.
That's a bit of an understatement.
We certainly didn't get everything right, and I do think that there are foundational pieces of work that we put in place that this government should be using.
Like what?
Not having a deterrent has proven to be a disaster.
It's about Rwanda.
And, we should be getting on and delivering that.
But you couldn't get that deterrent over the line either, could you?
Well, I would do whatever was necessary to change the law. So there is a legislative base to deliver that policy. I don't personally think that there could be anything worse than people losing their lives in the Channel. I don't think there could be anything worse than importing that violation. But at the moment, all the metrics are going the wrong way. They just have to get a grip on this.
Yeah.
Don't you think all this is just going to trigger even more unrest?
I really do think they've lost the public. And what I worry about, and I say this as someone who was the legal migration minister, and yes, we cut the numbers, and I always said that there would be more to do. I am very worried that all types of immigration are now being lumped together. People who play by the rules, have skills that we want in our country, are seen often through the same prism as people who are coming and arriving.
They all their houses.
And it's outrageous. It's completely wrong. And what it means is that the public just doesn't have confidence and trust in our institutions.
Yeah.
The public has lost trust in our borders. I think you're seeing that reflected in the polls. And there is never an excuse for the sorts of scenes like we've seen in Ballymena.
Okay.
But we also shouldn't minimise the concern that people have got.
Tom Pursglove, come back and see us again.